So that guy just shot somebody.
Not reach for anything, sir. Where's the gun?
Someone took it. Somebody took it. That's it.
What's the gun? Get out of the way.
I put a Fight Club over there. What's up, perro? It's a Fight Club in the middle of the shooting. Oh shit! That person right here just shot somebody right now, dog.
Did anyone see who took the gun? Where's the gun?
There was a guy you do.
Hey, Hunter! Give me some credit and go all the way around.
His leg, and then the guy with blue ran.
Hey, girl.
And then they fucked him up.
Look at your hands.
Yeah, it's alright.
Hey, you saved his life, girl. You saved his life. Good job.
The motherfucking God's peace, man. I said it, yeah. Yeah, I need help. God's peace, man. Yeah. I beat the you and County.
Thousands of soccer fans packed into the heart of Los Angeles. Flags waved overhead. Music echoed through the streets. The energy was electric. It was supposed to be a celebration. A massive World Cup watch party had transformed Koreatown into a sea of excitement as supporters gathered to watch Mexico and South Korea battle on the world stage. Families were there, friends were there, tourists and streamers were there, and for a while, everything seemed normal. But as the evening unfolded, something happened just blocks away from the crowd. Something that would send panic through the neighborhood, something that will force police into action, and something that will later be captured on a live stream seen by thousands online. By the end of the night, a man would be fighting through a gunshot wound. A suspect would be sitting in handcuffs. A major Hollywood production was shut down unexpectedly, and one of Los Angeles' largest World Cup gatherings would descend into chaos. The question is, how did a celebration turn into a crime scene? June 18, 2026. As evening approached, hundreds of fans gathered near Seoul International Park in Koreatown. The World Cup group stage match between Mexico and South Korea had become the center of attention. The atmosphere felt festive. Street vendors lined the area. Supporters draped in national colors moved through the crowd. Everywhere people looked, giant screens and excited fans filled the neighborhood. But while most people were focused on the game, a different story was beginning to unfold nearby. At first, it didn't seem significant, just another face in a crowded city. Just another person moving through a busy street. No one knew that within minutes, police dispatchers would begin receiving alarming calls, and those calls would rapidly escalate. Around 6:40 p.m., reports began reaching the Los Angeles Police Department. Witnesses claimed someone had fired a gun into the air. The location was near Irolo Street and James M. Wood Boulevard. Initially, confusion spread. Some people weren't sure what they had heard. Others assumed it might have been fireworks. After all, major sporting events often bring loud celebrations. But the reports kept coming. something wasn't right. According to investigators, the person allegedly responsible didn't disappear after the first shots. Instead, events took a much more dangerous turn. A confrontation began to develop, voices were raised, tempers flared, and whatever had started as a disturbance was rapidly becoming something far more serious. Police say a verbal argument broke out involving several individuals. No one publicly knew exactly what sparked it. Was it a personal dispute, a misunderstanding, something connected to the crowd itself? Investigators would later work to piece together those details. But witnesses agree on one thing: the situation escalated fast. Words turned into physical confrontation. People began fighting. The tension that had been building suddenly exploded. In crowded environments, moments like these can spiral out of control in seconds, and that's exactly what happened. Then came the gunfire.
And we're also covering more breaking news right now in Koreatown. Celebrations spilled out into the streets following Mexico's 1-0 win over South Korea tonight. As you can see, it's pretty quiet out there right now, but we're learning more about some violence during the game. Ileana Moreno live in News Chopper 4. Ileana?
Colleen, and this happened actually during halftime. It was at about 6:40 right here off of James M. Wood and Normandy that a man was walking around with a gun and shooting up into the air. He then proceeded eastbound on James M. Wood, making his way over to Irolo, where he was confronted by a group of men, and the suspect opened fire on one of them, shooting that individual twice. Thankfully, that man is now in stable condition at the hospital, and that suspect was taken into custody. But at this point, it's unknown if there was any connection between the two or if they were here for some sort of watch party. But we were overhead here in Koreatown where there was a lot of celebration going on after the game. We do have some footage to show you that we shot of Western and 6th Street. That is where we had a large group of fans that gathered, and some of them jumped on top of some Waymo vehicles, even shattering a front windshield to one of the vehicles. It's unknown if there were any patrons inside of the vehicles at the time, but it was quite the scene, not only there but throughout other parts of Koreatown. As you mentioned, though, right off the top, it seems like most of the fans have now left for the night. At this point, no one has been detained. That's latest here from Koreatown in News Chopper 4. I'm Ileana Moreno. Back to you in the studio.
As the fight unfolded, multiple shots rang out. Panic spread instantly. People scattered, others froze in shock. In the middle of the chaos, a 50-year-old man was struck. The bullet hit his leg. What moments earlier had been a crowded gathering filled with celebration was now the scene of a violent shooting. Witnesses rushed to help. One bystander stepped forward and applied a temporary tourniquet. That quick action may have made a critical difference. Meanwhile, emergency responders raced toward the scene. The victim was eventually transported to a nearby hospital. Thankfully, he would later be listed in stable condition, but the chaos wasn't over, not even close.
Well, earlier this month, when Mexico beat South Korea, the celebration turned to chaos as a man was shot when he tried to stop a gunman from opening fire in the crowd. It happened on June 18th in Koreatown, and tonight that shooting victim is out of the hospital and talking about the dangerous confrontation.
Carlos Saucedo is live in Duarte with the story you'll see only on 5. Carlos.
Yeah, a father and son were separated as the chaos unfolded. The victim was shot as he confronted the gunman, and tonight he's speaking out. A watch party turned to pandemonium in Koreatown when a man opened fire a block where thousands had gathered last Thursday to see the Mexico versus South Korea World Cup match at Seoul International Park. Luis Romero of Duarte was shot after confronting the gunman.
Golpeé al muchacho porque fue mi reacción.
The 56-year-old tells me in Spanish that his initial instinct was to stop the shooter after he allegedly fired off several rounds, struggling to take his weapon. He's now back home recovering as the bullet went through his left thigh. It was a family event with many kids, and I tried to defend myself, knowing that everyone was a target, he says. Video obtained by the LA Times shows Luis on the ground bleeding profusely. panicked people scurry away as LAPD officers take the suspect into custody. Now identified as 19-year-old Andy Rodriguez. A motive is unknown, but more chaos erupted after the match.
They're all over this UPS truck with the driver in it.
Celebrations got out of hand, leading to street takeovers, some fans swarming the streets, jumping on top of vehicles, and setting off fireworks.
It was definitely chaotic, yeah. There was a lot of people. It was definitely a trashy event.
Amid the mayhem, Luis and his son Leon got separated. The teenager couldn't get a hold of his father. It wasn't until the next day that they were reunited.
When the game ended, I wanted to go look for him. Couldn't find him, so I went to the parking lot, just waited for him there. Maybe he'll show up eventually. And he never showed up. It was hours, I didn't know where he was. I mean, I thought, for all I knew, he was gone.
As Luis recovers, the family has set up a GoFundMe page. You can find the link by heading over to our website, KTLA.com. As for the suspect, his bail amount has been set at over $1 million. We're live tonight in Duarte. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
As investigators worked to secure the area, another detail began attracting attention online. Parts of the incident had apparently been captured live, not by surveillance cameras, not by news crews, but by an internet live stream. An online broadcaster streaming through the platform Kick had unintentionally recorded moments surrounding the incident. Almost immediately, clips began spreading across social media. Viewers started analyzing every frame. Speculation exploded. Questions flooded online discussions. Who was involved? What really happened before the shooting? And why did this situation escalate so quickly? Then another name started appearing across the internet, a personality known as Stomper IRL. Reports began linking the detained suspect to that online identity. As the story spread, interest grew far beyond Los Angeles. Now, the incident wasn't just a local crime story. It had become an internet mystery unfolding in real time. Then came another unexpected development. The shooting hadn't occurred in isolation. Nearby, a major Hollywood production was underway. The Amazon MGM thriller Tyrant was reportedly filming in the area. Their production featured a star-studded cast, including Charlize Theron, Demi Moore, and Julia Garner. When news of the gunfire reached production executives, immediate precautions were taken. The set was evacuated. Cast and crew were sent home. Filming stopped. For a brief moment, the worlds of international sports, internet live streaming, crime, and Hollywood collided in the middle of Koreatown. But the night still wasn't finished. In fact, an entirely different wave of chaos was about to begin. Hours later, the match came to an end. Mexico secured a 1-0 victory over South Korea, and as fans reacted to the result, celebrations poured into the streets. But according to authorities, the atmosphere began changing. Crowds expanded. Traffic slowed. Illegal fireworks lit up the night sky. Video showed people gathering in large numbers throughout the area. Police soon found themselves dealing with more than just an earlier shooting. The situation was becoming increasingly difficult to control. As the hours passed, tensions continued rising. What had started as a sporting celebration was now testing the city's ability to maintain order.
We have new video just into our newsroom. A huge World Cup celebration in Koreatown, ending with fights, shots fired, and a citywide tactical alert. A UPS truck overtaken, trampled. Thousands of people packed watch parties for Mexico's 1-0 win over South Korea. But as the night went on, police say things got out of hand. Eyewitness News reporter Abigail Velez live at LAPD's Olympic Division near Koreatown. Abigail.
Well, hey, Mark, it was really fun until it wasn't. We left K-Town about an hour ago for our own safety. That's why we're here at this police station, because things definitely got out of hand. I've never seen anything like that before, which is so unfortunate, because all day we were talking about community and friendships in this unique way that Mexicans and Koreans consider each other family. But as the celebrations grew, so did the problems. It was was an eventful night in Koreatown, to say the least. Thousands of people packed Seoul International Park in Koreatown Wednesday night to watch Mexico take on South Korea in the World Cup.
It's all love and it's all community, and I love how everyone's here together. May the best carne asada win.
For most of the night, fans said the best part wasn't the game itself.
Both sides cheering for each other. I think that's cool to see.
In a neighborhood where both Korean and Mexican communities have deep roots, people showed up to celebrate together.
I think we have mutual respect for one another, and I think that has really brought both Mexicans and Koreans together.
And there was plenty to celebrate. Mexico beat South Korea 1-0. But as the night went on and the crowd grew, things started to change.
Let's go!
Fights weren't the only problem. LAPD says a man was shot in the leg after someone was firing in the air. One person was taken into custody. Then thousands of people spilled onto Olympic Boulevard. Bars filled to capacity. Police eventually shut down part of the street and formed a skirmish line to control the crowd. By 9 p.m., about an hour after the match ended, LAPD had issued a citywide tactical alert. Meanwhile, downtown, families gathered at La Plaza del Cultura y Artes, a reminder that for most fans, this night was about community just as much as soccer. Yeah, well, LAPD says they've obviously received a lot of disturbance and assault calls. We don't have the specific numbers on those quite yet. But I do want to remind everyone that there still are people out and about, so if you can behave, please do so. If not, just go home. But the focal point of today should be community and this unique way that all of us came together. So que viva Mexico and viva Korea as well. For now, reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Abigail Velez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Indeed, Abigail, thank you.
By midnight, authorities had deployed additional resources and formed skirmish lines to disperse the crowds. The suspect in the shooting had been taken into custody. The victim remained alive. Investigators continued searching for answers, but many questions still linger. What sparked the original argument? Did everyone involved know each other? What exactly happened in the moments before the shots were fired? And what details might still be hidden within the live stream footage that captured the chaos? For the people who gathered that evening expecting nothing more than a World Cup celebration, June 18th became a night they won't soon forget. A night where excitement turned into fear. A night where thousands witnessed confusion unfold in real time. And a reminder that sometimes, in the middle of a celebration, everything can change in an instant. As more information emerges, the full story behind the Koreatown shooting may become clearer. But for now, many of the most important questions remain unanswered. Alright y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the crazy story of the shooting in Koreatown. Mexico ended up getting a win over South Korea. Hey man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!